Good morning, St. Francis. It is Thursday, April the 29th, 2021. It is Thursday of the fourth week of Easter, the 26th day of Easter. But more importantly, it is one of the few memorials that we recognize in the Church's calendar during the Easter season. It is the memorial of St. Catherine of Siena, 14th century saint from Italy, who is best known for trying to heal the Avignon Schism, the Great Western Schism that happened in the 14th century when there were just too many popes because everybody didn't like anybody who was pope and they kept making popes all over the place. And so Catherine especially deals with Pope Gregory the 11th because he was a bit of a wussy person and basically tells him to grow up and to leave Avignon and go back to Rome where he belongs as the Pope. Gregory the 11th eventually listens to Catherine, gets some courage to do so, but unfortunately doesn't last long in Rome and the schism continues. But great woman of prayer, a great woman of faith, a great woman who knew what was necessary for the Church to remain together, for the Church to remain in union. So we remember her. She is one of four, I believe it is, female doctors of the Church, given that great title because of her faith, because of her wisdom, because of what she tried to do to keep the Church together. Coming to you this morning from the Cloister Walk, as I like to call it, because that's what it is. This covered walkway between Siena Hall and then Thea and Juniper Hall, the upper and lower schools of the Franciscan School. It's a beautiful little walk to make sometimes, again, against the wetlands over here, and as you can see, we've had a chalk drawing experiment that's been happening around over here. On this day of Catherine of Siena, we still hear the readings of the Easter season, and so the Acts of the Apostles, Paul is now known as Paul. Saul has changed his name to Paul. He is now preaching and telling the Jewish people that the Messiah had to come, and points out in the Old Testament all of the evidence that points to the Messiah. What is remarkable about this reading from the Acts of the Apostles is that it concludes with the words of John the Baptist, that the Baptist is not the Messiah, is not the one who is coming, that there is one after him, and that John says he is not fit to untie his sandals. Again, these words that are used in all the Gospels at one time or another to describe John's understanding of himself in relationship to Christ begin with a memory that Paul has, a memory that is given to Paul. And so again, the words of the Baptist ringing quite true and being quite ancient within the Gospels. In the Gospel today, we pick up in John 13, I think that it is, where Jesus leaves off after washing the feet of the apostles, and basically tells them that this is, again, something they must do, must continue to do, and must never stop doing. Again, Eucharist is good only to the extent that it allows us to wash each other's feet, that allows us to be of service to each other, that allows us to be there to journey with each other always. We are not individual soul individuals just bumping through the world and trying to do things on our own, as much as we might want that to be and might think that is of ourselves. We need each other. We have to have each other in our lives for us to achieve what it is that God has created us to do in this world. Washing of the feet enables that to be done. It is always important to know also what is being said in this passage from John's Gospel after the feet washing, that it is also Judas who had his feet washed. Again, it was not something that was done after he leaves, but something that was done while he was still present with the apostles at the Last Supper. Again, Judas's own inability to recognize that and the pain and tragedy that he causes, not only for Jesus and the apostles, but also for himself, again, just testifies to the importance of what it means to be and walk and journey with each other. Easter opens us up to having more courage and more wisdom and more ability to do just that. And we always take advantage of our ability to journey with each other, to be of support to each other, to care and love each other. A blessed Easter, St. Francis. May the Lord continue to give you his peace.